Hello, Willowbrook family. Today we are reading from Luke chapter 20. Many decades ago, my dad was a local politician. Nothing too big. He served on the school board for about a decade. But during that time, my eyes were opened about the number of people out there who wanted to discredit him, even on something like the school board. In any elected office, questions from the press and the public are to be expected and welcomed. Most people out there were well-meaning and would ask legitimate questions to get to know you or the issue better. But then there were those who would ask the exact same questions, but they had a personal agenda behind it. You could hear it in their tone. There were three types of questions I heard over and over. 1, who are you? Why should we listen to what you have to say? 2, where are your loyalties? Are you loyal to the things that you should be loyal to? And 3, are you a conservative or a liberal, even though a school board position is supposed to be neither? But when those who wanted to discredit would ask the same question, there would be a tone. Who are you? I don't want to listen to what you have to say. Or they'd say, where are your loyalties? Because you better be loyal to what I want you to be loyal to. And then they might ask, are you a conservative or a liberal? Because if you're not what I am, I'm automatically not listening to a thing you have to say. And you know what? Those three basic questions have been asked of leaders in some form or another for centuries, even in the time of Jesus. Look at Luke 20. It is the final week of Jesus' earthly life, and he is teaching in the synagogue. The Pharisees, priests, and scribes, and the Sadducees are desperately trying to entrap Jesus. And they basically use these three same questions. In verse 2, the chief priests and scribes ask Jesus, tell us by what authority are you doing these things? In verse 22, they ask, is it right for us to pay taxes to Caesar or not? Where are your loyalties? And in verse 28, the Sadducees, who are more liberal, ask a complex question about marriage and the resurrection. Is Jesus more liberal or conservative? These three questions were designed to put Jesus into trouble no matter how he answered. But Jesus answers all three in such a way that the accusers have no response. In fact, he tells a parable about the vine growers. It parallels what the religious leaders of Israel have been doing to God's Son. And it's an obvious story, even they see it. Then Jesus tells them, the stone which the builders rejected, this became the chief cornerstone. Everyone who falls on that stone will be broken to pieces, but on whomever it falls, it will scatter like dust. You know, everyone will have an encounter with the cornerstone. You can fall on it and become broken because of your sin and be saved. Or after you die, it will fall on you in judgment. But everyone encounters the cornerstone. So for you believers who have been broken before him, saved and humble, you'll notice that when people come and ask you questions like these to discredit you or God, if you will listen to God, he will give you the words and the tone to respond in a way that will honor him and further his kingdom. May we all be reminded and humbled by the cornerstone. Have a great day in the Lord, Willowbrook.